Green Team Media.
So Patrick, this is your first film.
Yes, it is.
So what was the process like to, rather the audition process like for this?
Auditioning was crazy. I went in to the first audition and the description of the Chowder said it was a dramatic movie. So he was a fun-loving character, but it was a dramatic role. So I was like, okay, let me do this really, really serious. And I was like, yeah, but Shanique was not ghetto. And I was like, she was like, you know what? Come back and make him funny because that was just bad. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. And then I came back for the callback, and Mario was there, and he was like, hey, how you doing, man? Read it. And apparently I was funny. He had me stay a little longer, read some more things, but I really didn't want to because I had my DMV appointment for my license that day, and so I'm like struggling internally, like to read it quickly and get it out. And I ended up staying like an hour later, and then he was like, you know what? I really like you, but you know, give me your number because you live close. So if you get it, we'll be cool. And if you don't, then we can always have parties. And I was like, all right, cool. So then I'm all scared and I'm going home. I'm like, you know what? He said I probably wasn't gonna get it. And then an hour later he called me and now we the party.
Wonderful. So was that like working with somebody like Mario Van Peebles, who's a veteran actor and director?
Mario is amazing because he's really just a big kid. So he may be however old he is, but I feel like he's 5 and I'm like 2, so it works out. It's perfect. And he really just makes you know how to feel comfortable. And it comes across really well, and then you kind of get a feel for your character, and then everything just becomes really easy.
Great. And there's a lot of topics that the movie deals with, from romance and sex to money and Facebook and social media.
Definitely.
Do you think that youth these days, you guys deal with more than the previous generation?
I'm going to cast my vote for yes, and I don't know, because I'm a 90s baby, so I don't really know what was in the 80s and 70s. But I feel like with the technology that we have and the ability that we have to do more things, we have more responsibility and more pressure on us from our parents and from peers. And so I feel like we definitely have a lot to go through, a lot more to go through. But I think we managed.
Right. So friendship is definitely a huge part of the film also. Did you become really close with all the cast members as well?
Yeah, Mario actually had us do like a week of living together beforehand, so we all moved into his house, and we all just kind of bonded, the main 5, me, Moises, Michaelo, Mandela, and Ryan. And I don't know, after I kind of bonded with everybody, but after the film was done, me and Mandela just like kept hanging out, and actually now we just filmed a short that we finished up yesterday. And we're just kind of going into business together, taking the ball that Mario tried to lay up with and running with it.
Great. So hip-hop is also huge in this film. You worked with YG, Snoop, the Rejects, Snoop Boys. Can you talk about how it was like working with those guys?
Well, YG was great. He came to set ready to work, regular dude. Snoop was amazing because I'm a fan. So it was kind of like walking into set, seeing someone that you're a fan of, and then walking into a room and doing a scene with them. And I mean, in that scene, he wasn't particularly too happy with me, so it was definitely fun feeling that dynamic and seeing that side of him. But working with everybody, and the Rejects were totally fun. They taught us the Cat Daddy before we even knew what the Cat Daddy was, so it was definitely a fun experience.
Great. So again, We the Party has a lot of message, and what would you like young people to take away from the movie?
What would I like for young people to take away from We the Party? Just take away that smart is the new gangster. I know that it's a corny line, but it's so true that we're moving away from the thug and the drug life and more into smarts and owning the basketball teams and owning the record labels and owning the baseball teams and just moving on and progressing and striving for bigger and greater things. And so just basically that you're never too young or too small to do something big.
And you said that you're working on you just wrapped up another film that you did
with Mandela.
with Mandela?
With Mandela. It's called Flipped. Kind of a little bit about an alternate reality. Mandela wrote the script. I'm producing it. He directed it. So it's definitely going to be coming out soon within the next couple of weeks. So look out for it.
Great. So how has this been for you, this experience being in the camera and doing all these interviews?
I'm loving it. I'm loving every minute of it. This is my first press event, so I'm just soaking it all in. And I'm just forever grateful to Mario just from casting to keeping me involved in the post-production and kind of like giving us an input and keeping it young and fresh. So I'm definitely just loving it and along for the ride.
Great. Tell us again when the movie?
April 6th, facebook.com/WeThePartyMovie, at PJ10, PJAY10, at XL Mandela, and at Mario Van Peebles.
Great. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Swag, swag.